Hey crew, what's up?
This is the Train Together podcast. I'm Lana Parks.
And I'm Jack Faulkner.
We're best mates, parents, and experienced personal trainers based in Byron Bay, Australia.
We're your training buddies that will never let you down.
The Train Together podcast is here to help you feel good, move well, and do more of the stuff you love with simple and sustainable training that complements your lifestyle instead of taking over it.
No matter where you're at with your training journey, we will give you everything you need to be confident with your training and get strong for life.
With us in your ears, you'll know what to do, when to do it, and how to lift properly.
We're here to give you high quality guidance and do all the hard work so you can just show up, put your headphones in, and train hard.
But don't worry, there'll also be plenty of banter, shits, and giggles along the way.
The Train Together podcast.
It's a workout in your ears. We would like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we are recording today, the Arakwal people of the Bundjalung Nation. We would also like to pay our respects to elders past and present. The easiest way to track your session is via our Train Together app, where you get access to 3 full body weight sessions a week, in-depth video tutorials, track your workouts so you know what to lift each week, and can be a part of the Train Together community where you'll join amazing like-minded people that will help you to stay accountable and motivated. The link is in the description. If you want to pause to sign up, please do so. It'll only take a couple of minutes. And if at any point today you would also like to have a look at the in-depth video tutorials of the exercises in this session, they are in the show notes. So if you need a bit of extra guidance, check them out.
Hey crew, what's up? Welcome to episode 26.3 of the Train Together podcast. Look, week 3, it's been nice training with you so far. We're going to up the ante a little bit today. We're here in our gym, continuing training, and this space has been perfect for us. So if you're ever dropping by and you're in Byron Bay, come and say hi, come work out, let's get a session done. If not, make sure you train together with us online 3 days a week using the Train Together app.
Good stuff. Okay, you should still be on your cardio equipment right now, guys, getting that heart rate up. But whilst you do so, and before we get into today's session, what's going on today? What are our goals? It's all
Shits and giggles.
Until someone giggles and shits. So I'm going to jump straight on into a really good thing for me this week is I've just come back from Melbourne, had a girls trip away, went down for a girlfriend's wedding, and as you can imagine, girls just went absolutely wild. It was a really fun weekend, really good weekend, all the girls together. It was a nice little refresh, but I actually feel like I need a holiday from my little mini holiday. So that is my shit thing. I've just come back absolutely pooped. I'm buggered, I'm tired. I feel like I could sleep for a week, but that's all right, we're still here, we're getting it done. Week 3, let's go.
Hey guys, look, Lana's got a voice back, that's my giggle of the week.
Sort of.
Almost. Now, my shit last week, had an absolute doozy. I was on my laptop, doing some files, editing some videos, and basically thought I pulled my microphone out of my computer, but I pulled my hard drive out. I was like, fuck, put it back in nice and quick, and let me do what I was doing. I was exporting the file. Halfway through it said, oh, I don't like this. Okay, so I closed it, opened it again, and like all my work, all the videos I've edited in the last month almost, maybe like 2 weeks actually, have all gone. So they're gone, and look, it just serves me right for doing it at 9 o'clock at night when I should have been getting it done first.
I'm glad it was you and not me because shit would have hit the fan.
I don't know, I would have just been like, whoa. Which I was like, anyway, I nearly threw my laptop. That's like the first time ever I've been that close, yeah. And then my giggle is just the fact that I've had some really nice time on the beach. I've spent like some time in the ocean, and the temperature is coming up a tiny bit. I just go under there, open my eyes, have a little float, and I feel like I'm really refreshed, and I feel like I've been go at the moment. That's just leveled me right out. So very happy and very thankful to have my time in nature and in the ocean. And
so Byron Bay, bro.
Yeah,
so Byron Bay.
Yeah, but just for this one, yeah.
Yeah,
well, there hasn't been
it.
surf. The surf's been terrible, so I haven't been able to do that. So I've got to enjoy the ocean and
nice.
kind of bring
It's
me
the
up.
small things in life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, if you have a shit and giggle you want to share with us, please drop it in below. But it is time to get off our cardio equipment right now, and we are going to make our way to get nice and warm.
We are, so make sure you've got your band and something to attach that band to, and a mat if you want. And whilst you get those things, I'm going to run you through the goal of today's session. So guys, today's session, we are in week three already. So you guys have been going pretty good. Those crew on the app, I've been seeing some serious numbers go around, and it's nice to see you building and following that process that we use to get ourselves stronger, get less injuries, and build and get the results that we want. So week 3 of our program sees us build on week 2, where we have 5 reps in the tank. Going to drop that down to 4 or less, okay? When we have 4 or less in the tank, it means it's going to be a little bit harder and a little bit closer to failure, but we're still maintaining the form. And a little bit of spice for today is that last set, we're going to go to absolute failure, unless it's a big high-risk movement like our low bar back squat that we've got first. You might leave 1 in the tank. So feel free to get yourself set up mentally for those, because the last set is going to be to failure this week, and we're really going to push ourselves, but with good form still.
That's it. And that's kind of just making sure we are kind of honest with those reps in reserve. So you might think you only have 4 reps in the tank, but then you smash out 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? So it is hard to gauge, but that's a nice thing about testing it out sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So exercises, what have we got going on? I feel like everyone kind of knows the deal of it now, but we'll give you a little refresh. You just said low bar squat.
Low bar squat,
Starting off
6 to 9 reps, couple of warm-up sets, got that light or bar into 2 weighted, and then 3 sets of 6 to 9. Standing, single, double shoulder press, 6 to 9 rounds, so getting a real good burn and improving what we did last week. Optional 1 or 2 warm-up sets. And then into our underhand seated row, getting that back nice and juicy. And we're gonna do 2 warm-up sets into 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. And then our 2 supersets, which need to have warm-ups with. And if you want to add one, just pause us and do it at the time. Push-ups into our bent over reverse fly with the dumbbells, finishing off with upper lower cable kickback, bicep curls.
Spicy, spice up your life.
Yeah, we've just done this. It feels amazing.
It's a really good session, guys. So you should be in your space ready to get warm now. If you're not there yet, just hit pause. If not, we're gonna get into it.
Okay, crew, you have got your warm-up space ready to roll. You've got your band, you've got your mat if you need it, and you're upright. So we're gonna start down on all fours for a greatest stretch in the world. For this one, start with our hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and make sure the knees are kind of opened a little bit so they are hip width or wider. Bring 1 foot up and outside one hand, or the hand on that side. And then you're gonna take the hand that is closest to up behind your head, pop the fingertips behind the head, and bring the elbow down as close to the floor as you can and close off, feel a stretch in that back, and then open up, turn towards the roof, and then breathe out as you do so. Breathe in, close down, elbow close to the floor or close to the other elbow, open up and breathe out. Okay, keep on doing those as I'm talking. You're gonna feel a good stretch in the back hip flexor and then in the back of the front leg too. And then with this, you should feel the back get tight as you open and close. Alrighty, coming down to the other side for me. We're gonna go all fours to start us off. Other foot comes up and outside the hand. Foot on that side comes up behind the head, and we're just closing and opening again. Bring your elbow down close to the floor or the other elbow, then opening up and breathing all the way out. In future, guys, if you want to do this and exaggerate it, you can take your back knee up off the floor, but that is if you want to exaggerate the stretch on the back leg. So keep on moving through. We're going to do 1 more. Breathing out as you get to that top point, and then we're going to return back to our all 4 position. So we're going to do our cat-cows here, where we're going to loosen off through that spine a little bit. So in your all 4 position, we're going to open up and lift the chest, arching the back as much as you can, head towards the roof, and then we're going to round our back, tuck the chin to the chest, squeeze our butt cheeks on, and then we're just going to go between the 2. So you're going to lift that chest, arch your back as much as you can, a little move, and then back down and round, squeeze those butt cheeks. So do those a little bit faster for me. We're going to do another 3 or 4. Tuck the chin, round back, squeeze the bum, lift up, arch, breathe out. 1 more, and then you're gonna finish this one at about halfway between the 2. So you're gonna have an arch in your back here, because everybody or most people have a normal arch, a little bit in there anyway. So start in that tabletop position, nice flat back with that small arch, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Big breath into that stomach, and what I want you to think about is imagine you've got a corset on, and you're gonna fill that corset with air, and then you're gonna contract it around that midline, and then slowly extend opposite limbs up to shoulder / bum height. From there, come down, and we're gonna alternate sides. So you're gonna go down, weight goes to opposite hand and knee, and then extend the opposite limbs on the other side. From there, keep alternating between the 2 as I cue you through this. So lift that hand up to about shoulder height, and the heel pushes back, not the toe. When you kick back, you should get your leg nice and long, butt cheeks should turn a little bit, but we shouldn't get more arch in the back. So you've got that braced core, that contracted brace around the midline, and then from there, we're gonna extend out and not turn or twist at all. So come down, and then each rep, as we go through them, we're gonna do one more on each side. Make sure we don't get that arch in the back, stay locked on, because this is gonna show us the support that we need for our squat. Next, we're gonna go into our eccentric push-up, and you can do this on your knees or in a full push-up position. So you're gonna have hands a little bit wider than shoulder width, come up on our toes and have the feet a little bit closer together. We're gonna tuck those butt cheeks and abs on and slowly bend the arms to lower our chest towards the floor. And this is slow, 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 slow. Then come up however you want. You can come up normally or rock back to the knees and come back to the starting point. If this is too hard, then go down to the knees for the whole rep or just on the way up. We're gonna do 2 more here, and it should be a real fight on the way down. So slow, 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 don't let it speed up. Chest touches the floor, and then back to the starting position for our last one. Really fight it on this one, control the descent, and then finish at the bottom and stay down there. We're gonna go into our prisoners. So forehead is gonna be on the floor, and we're just gonna relax the rest of the body. Fingertips are interlocked behind the head, elbows are touching the floor, and then we just lift the elbows up and then bring them back down to tap. Head and chest are staying down, lift up, down, and tap. And just cycle through those for me. So plenty of reps, up and squeeze, and through from rep 5 to 10, we should start to feel the upper back work. And the reason we're using this in our warm-up is for our rows to get a good squeeze, but also when we do our back squats or our goblet squats in the first exercise, we want to create a nice shelf with that tight back. So we want to get all these muscles there working so we can be tight through the upper back in those exercises. All right, flip it over onto your back for me. I'm going to go into our glute bridges. So for the glute bridges here, lying on your back, bring your feet in so they're about 20 to 30 centimeters away from your bum and about hip width apart. We're going to push those feet down and we're going to scoop our hips up off the floor and squeeze our butt cheeks tight. At the top, we should be tucked with a rounded back and a straight line from our knees all the way down to our shoulders. So keep going up and down for me in this. Go down to the floor, up, and squeeze those butt cheeks tight. If you feel like you still have an arch in the back of the top, keep going up and down for me. You're going to peel your back off the floor 1 vertebra at a time from your tailbone up. So peel it slowly off until you get a good squeeze of the bum, then slowly back down. The shoulder blades should stay on the floor at the top of this movement. 2 more of those with a good squeeze. Control down, tap the bum. And then we're going to stand up after that last one and grab out our resistance band. So if you have tight shoulders or a tight chest, then you're going to grab your lighter band to start. But all we're going to do is grab nice and close to the end of that band and bring it up and over our head all the way back so it comes around and touches our bum behind us. From there, come back to the front and then just repeat that and keep on cycling through those. You want to get loads of reps out. If it becomes too easy or looser, then feel free to move the hands a little bit closer on the band, which will make it tighter and therefore harder. If you find yourself that you're really stretching out that band, then feel free to go to a heavier band or something solid like a dowel or pole as well. 1 more of those, and then last thing we're going to do is go into our no monies, which is going to work the outside / back of the shoulder and the external rotators of the shoulder, often called your rotator cuff. So you're going to need a light band here. Feel free to go and find another light one or a lighter one if needed. And all you're going to do is stand tall, shoulders are set back and down, elbows into our sides, and give yourself 2 thumbs up. Rest the band over your hands and then squeeze it down between your thumb and index finger. Pull the band apart, turn the palms up to face the sky, and then come back to the star with no slack in the band in the middle. As you come out, the elbows should stay really, really tight. Go out and in, out and in. So plenty of reps here. Make sure those elbows stay tight. Should start to get a burn around now. We're gonna do 3, 2, and 1. All right, that is your warm up done. We're gonna make our way over to our squat station. So if you're doing your barbell back squat, low bar back squat, you're gonna have a little look at any notes you made from last week about the bar height. You're gonna go to your rig, you're gonna set your J hooks up at the right height, get your bar on there. And if you're doing your dumbbell squat, your goblet squat, you're gonna go to your dumbbell rack and then you're just gonna grab out all of the dumbbells that you need. So your warm up sets and then your working ones. I'll see you at the squat rack in just a second.
Alrighty, crew, so we are over at our squat rack now. We should be nice and warm, and we are going to kind of start getting things ready before we get into our warm-up sets and our working sets. So we're either gonna do some body weight squats or just the barbell squats before we get into the warm-up. It's like the warm-up's warm-up. So if you are squatting over 30 kilos for your first warm-up set, I want you to do some reps with just the barbell, but if you are anything lighter than that, you can do some body weight reps, all right?
First exercise of the day, where do I find my warm-up? We're not gonna tell you again for the rest of them, but where do I find it for this one?
So we are in to our app, or if you're on a pen and paper, you should have written it down last week, but you're gonna click on the name of the exercise, and then that will bring up the little notes. You should have some numbers that we pre-filled out there last week, all right? So the first two numbers will be your 2 warm-up sets, all right? So let's get into some either body weight or just the barbell, okay? So if you're using that bar, wedge yourself underneath, getting nice and tight, squeezing through that back. We'll take those 1-2 baby steps back, getting into that nice comfortable position with your feet for you. We're nice and grounded, and we have that slight tilt forward. If we're going for your body weight, same deal, guys. Think of that big screw in, and we're just gonna crank some reps out here. So we're gonna push those hips back, keep the core engaged, really think about that screw in and that tear apart of the floor there. And we're sending the hips back. We're coming down to around about hips in line with knees at the bottom. Big drive up and out. So I want really controlled reps here as I talk through it. Try and get a good 10 reps out there. And then once you have done those, you're gonna have a little rest, and we are going to get ready for our first warm-up set. So what we need to do here, guys, is either put some plates on if you're already using the bar, or if you are now heading to the bar to use the bar for your first warm-up set, make sure it's at that right hole height, okay? So it's just one underneath the shoulder height on the J hooks. We'll get your bar ready, and then in about 20 seconds, we're gonna get into that first warm-up set, all right?
That's right, so Lana's done her bodyweight ones. She's gonna go into her warm-up sets when we are finished with ours and just chatting in between. And if you're doing your dumbbell goblet squat, you can have the option with that weight to hold it either bow tie, so across horizontally, or vertically, okay? So elbows tight, tucked in, and set there. If you're with me now and you're training on my time, we're gonna go into our first warm-up set here. So I've got my 40 on the bar. I'm gonna do 40, 60, then 80 today. So nice incremental jumps that you would have decided for last week, all right?
How many reps are you doing for your warm-ups, Jack?
So on my first warm-up set, I'm gonna do 8 reps.
Nice.
Second warm-up set, I'm gonna do 5. I'm just getting used to that weight, getting the nervous system ready, and really refining my form from the last couple of weeks. But I'm feeling good after the first 2 weeks.
Good stuff. Right, we're gonna start upping that intensity this week, hey?
Let's get into it.
All right, so we're gonna get warm, guys. We are getting that nice even grip on the barbell. Step 1 foot through, then head ducks under. Wedge into those rear delts, okay? So a little lower down than the traps. The other foot will step through. We are locked on through that core, then we stand up. You take your 1, 2, 3 baby steps back. Get nice and grounded. We're gonna take a big deep breath in, low to that belly, screw in, tear the floor apart, then we're gonna send those hips back. I want you doing 8 reps here, guys, so control on the way down. Big drive up and out, staying tight through that back. We keep that nice hinge. We're maintaining a neutral spine, so those ribs need to stay down. That core is on tight. Get those reps out. You should almost be at 8. Jack is finished there. And then we're gonna rest and breathe.
Yeah, a little whirring then. We learnt from last week we had the fan way down because it's absolutely stifling in the gym right
Sweaty.
now. It's pretty hot, so we're going through, and Lana was walking under the fan, so you've got a little bit, we got to get used to that for you guys. So Lana's into her reps, and in these warm-up ones, I quite like having a little pause or a slow point in the bottom, so I find my perfect bottom position where hips are in line with knees or around that, where I'm not rounding my back. I'm feeling tension in the glutes and really solid, ripping the floor apart. Second warm-up weight going on the bar now.
Yeah, so it's gonna get a little bit heavier now, guys, but we're only doing 5 reps this time, building up towards that working weight, okay? We are gonna get into it in about 20 seconds. It's our last warm-up, and then when you finish this, I want you popping your working weight on the bar, and having a rest until we get into it. All right, so let's get into that second warm-up set. Nice solid grip on that bar. One foot is under. We're gonna duck under and wedge those rear delts into that bar. Lock on tight through that upper back. Other foot steps through, then we stand up. Taking your 1, 2, 3 baby steps back. Once you are set into position there, making sure ribs are down, we're screwing in. We're gonna push those hips back, bending the knees into that squat. Hitting that bottom position, then powering up and out. 5 reps here, guys. Stay strong. All
5
right.
feels nice. Can we do 5 for the working set, please?
No, we're doing 6 to 9 for the working set today.
69. So guys, whilst Lana jumps in for her second warm-up set, I want you to be popping your working weight on that bar so we can cruise into it in about 45 seconds time. So we are going to be working on 3 minutes today. You're going to have plenty of rest time in between the sets. Probably some shit chat to accompany it. A couple of puffed trainers as well. And then thinking about your working sets. If something didn't feel right then, and we haven't covered it yet, feel free to go through that in-depth video tutorial and have a little look. You might pick something up that you need. They're all in the show notes. Alrighty, and then get yourself with that working weight on the bar or in the hands for the dumbbells.
Nice.
And we'll get ready to go in about 10 seconds time. So Lana's got us with our timer ready to roll, 3-minute timer. So make sure when you first get under the bar, you wedge yourself in against those rear delts. You get really tight with that back or tight with the elbows on your dumbbell goblet squat, because that's gonna set us up for a really strong lift. If you lose the back, you're gonna round over and find it really hard, okay? All right, hands on that bar, ready to roll. We're on Lans.
Good stuff. Let's do it, guys. In 3, 2, and 1. So we're locking in tight into those rear delts. We are stepping back. Get into your good setup position. A good setup is going to give you a good working set. Screw in, tear the floor apart. Take your nice big low deep breath into the belly. Hold that breath throughout your rep, guys. You can breathe out at the top or do a couple of reps while you are holding. Big screw in, tear the floor apart.
How many reps do we need left?
6 to 9. It's up to you. Are you getting the full 9 reps out, Jack?
I got 8 and I left 3 in the tank.
All right, yeah, we want to have a good 4 in the tank today.
Oh.
So, big dog.
That felt nice.
Felt good.
Felt real good. So guys, if you are finished up those 9 reps, which I think you should be, if you're doing a tempo or something really slow, that would have been really hard, but you're gonna jump in, grab your phone out for me, and we're gonna track that. If you're tracking on paper, totally fine as well. Just making the note, and the same rules as ever. Weight lifted, how many reps you did, and how many more you think you could do. We missed it at the start, but 4 reps in reserve is the goal today. And it's a really good marker to be able to see if we're training close enough to failure to get the gains. All right, so have a breather, fill those out. If it was more than 4 in the tank, then feel free to increase that load or make it harder with a tempo on the way down if you don't want to make it heavier. If it was 4 or 3, that's sweet. 4 or less is the main thing. If you go too hard, you go to 1 or 0 now, it's going to be harder or probably too hard towards the end of the program to be improving the weight or increasing the weight. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds. So have a breather. So there's 1 minute left on the clock, guys. Use this time to bring that heart rate down. Think about what you could do better in that next form. Changing the weight up or down if needed. Little drink, stay hydrated. If you're on a fat loss phase or something, get your steps in between, move around a little bit as you bring that heart rate back down. We're gonna join you with 20 seconds to go. There's currently 40 seconds. See you in a sec. Okay crew, so 16 seconds left until we go. Make sure that we are approaching that bar, thinking about what we're gonna do in this set. Get that grip as close as your shoulder mobility will allow. 1 foot under, wedge yourself in against those rear delts.
Let's do it, guys. Once you're locked in tight there, the other foot can step through. We're bracing, then standing up, taking your 1, 2 steps back, Getting into position there. Big screw in, nice big low deep breath into the belly. Push the hips back as you bend those knees, powering up and out. Make sure you're getting that range of motion, okay? Sitting into it, feel the stretch in those glutes. Big drive up and out. We want to maintain position through that torso, okay? So don't let those hips hike up. Make sure you're pushing through those feet. Torso comes up as one. When you are done there, walk that bar in, hear it click, slide it down, and breathe.
Cool guys, so that was a pretty big set. I went up to 9 reps because I was just feeling good. Like I felt like I could have kept it going. Heart rate was high, but muscles felt real strong. I reckon I could have got up around 13 or 14 reps. So I'm gonna fill out my phone, making a little note. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna write the weight lifted, how many more I think I could do. Sorry, how many I did and how many more I think I could do. And then I'm gonna plan for that third and final set of the day. So if you got 9, it felt good, more than 4 in the tank, increase that weight. If it was around the sweet spot, stay there. In this last set, I'm gonna test you. You're gonna go to failure, or well, with squats probably 1 rep from failure today. I'm gonna see how many more you could actually do. So you're gonna go until your form is 1 rep away from breaking down, or you feel like on the next one, I couldn't stand back up. All right, so that's your goal in the last ones.
All right guys, so if we are gonna push towards that point of pretty much nothing, minimal in the tank here, maybe 1 rep and reserve, we wanna keep it safe. So if you have safety arms in your gym, now is a good time to pause us, pop them on, or if you're training with a friend or you know someone else in the gym, you'd ask them to spot you towards those last couple of reps, all right? We still wanna be able to maintain form, get up and out of it, but we also wanna stay safe.
If worse comes to worse, make sure there's nothing around you, ditch your bar off the back, go onto your knees forwards. And have you had to do that recently, Lance?
I have, yes.
Look, she's training hard enough, end of the last program.
But not all the time. All right, crew, we are going to get into it. That buzzer is on last set. Let's do it. Let's go hard here, big effort, stay strong. Get that solid grip. We're walking up to that bar with intention, 1 foot, wedging underneath, getting tight through those rear delts and that upper back. Other foot comes through and we stand up and step back. Once you are into position, big low deep breath into that belly. You want to brace that core. We push those hips back, bend the knees, get that full range. You're staying tight. I want you to count your reps here. Keep breathing, keep powering through. You're doing really good. I know it starts to get hard. Listen to your body. Tell those legs to do the work. Dig in and get it done. Let's go, guys. You're absolutely smashing it. If you bypass your 9 now, really listen to what's going on here. How hard is it? Maintain that form. Let's go. Jack, how many did you just get then?
I got 14.
Oh.
I was 1 out of my reps in reserve. Actually 2 because I could have done another one, but that probably would have been it. So basically, that test caught me out. I could have done more than I thought I could have. So next week, I definitely need to go up. So first of all, log that last set that you did, okay? Weight you did, how many reps you did, how many more you think you could do there. And then, whilst Lana finishes her last set, let's see what she can do. We're gonna go into that last one, that exercise, and plan for next week, okay? So for next week, guys, have a little look at what you got this week. Did you get 3 sets of 9 or more? If so, you're gonna go up next week and make it harder, okay? So if not, you're gonna stay at that weight and try and build towards 3 sets of 9, pushing yourself to increase the volume or the intensity each week. So set ourselves up for next week. We're just gonna click that exercise name. You're gonna go in. If it's the same weight, you can do the same warm up, same weight, and then log a target. So build to 3 sets of 9 or get 2 more reps in total this week. And if it's different, you're gonna put in your new working weight and you're gonna work your warm-ups back from that, okay? So I'm gonna try and go to 85 next week, or should I do 90? Might push it to 90, might push me down towards that lower end of the rep range. Just like the round numbers, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna work backwards from there. So I'll do my 20 bar to warm up, then I'm gonna go to 40, then 70, and then up to my 90.
Oh.
All right, so fill those out, get yourselves ticked off, bars away, weights away. We'll meet you over at the dumbbell rack, ready to do your standing single, double shoulder press. Some more spice coming right up.
Let's go.
Wait, how many did you get?
Just then I got 12.
Oh, nice, perfect.
Yeah, I still had a good 1 or 2 in the tank,
All right.
so.
Almost a sweet spot, maybe a little bit too light.
Yeah.
All right, shoulder press, let's get after it. Okay, crew, you're at your dumbbell rack and hopefully you've clicked through onto that exercise name for your single, double shoulder press, and you have had a look at your warm up and working weight for this week. So either you've got both of them out now, or you're just gonna start with your warm up weight. If you needed 2 warm up sets, you're gonna pause me just now and do your first one, and then you'll join us for your second one in 10 seconds time, okay? So getting ready for this movement for our single, double shoulder press, you come up with those dumbbells and bring the elbows just in front of us with palms facing each other. A nice solid base, legs locked out, butt cheeks and abs are on. You're gonna press those dumbbells up overhead, turn the palms to face forwards. From here, the core is tight, you come down with one arm, up to the top, down with the other, up to the top, and keep on going through those. Double, single, and single. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. If you feel like that's too often, you can breathe every other one. Make sure at the top we're keeping the arm that's staying up high, locked out throughout. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. Those dumbbells should finish back in line with the head. And once you've done between 5 to 8 rounds, you're getting a little bit of spice come on because we're feeling those muscles start to build, then you can rest, pop those away and grab out your working ones, okay? So we're gonna have about 45 second to a minute break here. Again, if you need a second warm-up set, feel free to do it. I've already done my warm-up, so I'm gonna grab my weights out and join you. So look at what your goal was for this week. Last week, I got 776 on my rounds of these. So I'm gonna try and improve my total number of rounds, okay? So I'm gonna try and build up and get more than, how many is that? 20 rounds total. Okay, we're gonna work on 3 minutes, so you get plenty of rest in between, but the spice is gonna be real, the shoulders are gonna be pumped up, okay?
These are so spicy.
They really are. So you're gonna jump in with Lana now, guys. I'm gonna pop this 3-minute timer on for our working sets. Make sure you grab those working dumbbells up, elbows under the weights, stacked nicely with hands above elbows, butt cheeks and abs on. First rep, let's go. Double, come up, single, single, and then double again, okay? So make sure, guys, that we are tight with that top arm the whole time. We're breathing in on the way down, out on the way up. Bring that head through in that top position so we're nice and tall. Don't let the hands fall forwards in front because we're gonna see those traps turn on even more. Keep the base. As it gets harder, don't start to arch over. Butt cheeks and abs are squeezing super, super tight. And then finish strong. If you've already done your 6 rounds, okay, and you're pushing up towards 9, great. If you already stopped, that's totally fine. How many rounds did you get, Lance?
6.
Nice, okay, so if you're pushing through with that burn, keep going up towards those 9 rounds. Make sure you stay as tight as you possibly can. And when you finish up, you should be seeing or hearing me suffer a tiny bit, okay? So I'm in on my working ones. I've got to get 8 rounds. Ugh, yuck. Ready? Let's get it.
All right, Jack is on and we are going to track what we just did then. So pull up that standing single, double shoulder press, and we're going to pop in our first working set there, okay? So what weight did you use? How many reps did you get? And 1 rep, remember, is single, double. And then how many more do you think you could do? I know it's hard to kind of gauge because that spice is real. You can kind of think out of 10, how hard was it? We still want to have a few in the tank there, guys, and really want to maintain that form, okay? If you did get up to the 9 and you're like, yeah, and I had plenty there, I want you to go up in weight. But if you are getting to that 9 point and you're like, oh man, they are getting hard, we'll stay on that weight again. We'll try and get that 9 out again. And then from there, we can test you on the 3rd set.
Yo. Who got to these of 9 in week 3 and said, you know what, that wasn't too bad? If you're doing that, you've been lying to yourself.
Yeah.
I've been serious as far as what Lana pointed to herself, okay? Because she just knows how these work.
Yeah, I think I only did 6 then. I definitely preempted the as many as I have to at the end. The last one.
I said 8.
I'll push it this time.
I said 8 in my head, and I was like, at 7, I was like, should I do 9? Should I not? But I'd already said 8, you know.
Yeah, so you just.
It was really hard, and I reckon we have 1, maybe 2 rounds left.
It's just that different hard, that spice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more mental, you know. But when that top arm really starts to buckle, it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, 35 seconds to go until your second round of these. See, that rest is long, so dive into that burn, feel it come on, and then you're gonna work hard and get heaps of rest before that third and final set, okay? 20 seconds, guys. Thinking about butt cheeks and abs are on. Elbows stay stacked under those hands. Don't let the elbows come too low and shoulder pop up at all. And don't arch too much at the top. All right, 5 seconds till we're on. Give those dumbbells up. Nice solid base. Butt cheeks and abs. Up for the double, single, single. If you add that rotation in with the hands, it's gonna get that muscle, the shoulder, a little bit shorter and a little bit longer, and it's gonna be a lot harder. So make sure we are really toward that top arm the whole time. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. Focus on the top arm being locked out. Do not rush through these reps. Counting every single one and staying tight. Thinking about having 1 to 2 rounds left max at the end and improving on your numbers from last week. If it's starting to get spicy, you've got this, stay tight. If it's not, keep going, all right? Finish strong for me.
Yeah.
1 to 2 rounds in there. They do, don't they? They burn like hell. If you're still going, keep it up. If you're done, Lana's gonna walk you through it. Do I have to go?
Oh, yeah, you're on, Jack. We got plenty of rest, guys, so shake it out. Quick little sip of water if you need. Catch your breath there, and then you know the deal, tracking what we just did, okay? What gets tracked gets improved. Popping in how many reps you did, what weight you did, boom. How many more could you do? Now look, if you're still thinking to yourself, this is easy, yeah, nah, time to go up. It should definitely start to feel hard towards that final rep or 2 of that last set we just did. We still have 1 more, okay? So if you are really unsure, just stay on that same weight and we'll test it this time, okay? We're gonna go for gold, as many as we can here. We've still got heaps of time though, so enjoy that rest once you've tracked. Shake it out.
I find it hard to choose the reps in reserve here.
It is, I think an RPE.
Yeah, mine was definitely like a 9 out of 10 though.
Yeah.
So, but I find it hard to find the sweet spot because it's either like a round or a nothing. So sometimes I'll write in that I did 8 and a third, you know, because I know that I got 8 and 1, or normally I wouldn't do one side. But yeah, so if you're struggling with the RPE or reps in reserve, just make sure you're getting more than last week, okay? And it should burn like hell. With that one, because I was like, I definitely had 1 round left max, because I was absolutely dying, and I only got 7 rounds, so I went 8 and 7. So what's that? I've got 15. I've got to get 6 rounds, which is the bottom of the rep range, to beat my 20 rounds from last week.
That's doable.
It's going to be hard though.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. But I'm feeling good about it. I always feel so pumped up and like tight after these. My arms feel real good.
Boulder shoulders.
We're both tensing right now.
The flexing is real.
Yeah. So guys, 10 seconds till you're back on. If you could do more in that last round, up those weights, have them ready to roll. This last round, you can do as many rounds as possible. I'm not going to tell you when Lana finishes, so I just want you to keep going, keep going, keep going, and then she'll stop a little bit after and get tracking.
All right, clock is on, let's do it.
Let's go. All right, solid base. Butt cheeks and abs are on. Get angry with this one. Get tight. Double, single, single. Find your flow. Your fight and your challenge in this set is going to be with that top arm. Make sure you're still rotating those hands to face forward and get the shoulder tight at the top. Nice. Stay tight. Don't start to arch over. Don't go too low. Elbow stays underneath that hand. Stay focused now. Don't let that mind wander. Top arm locked out. Yes, guys, get it. Push through that burn. If you stop, fucking good effort. If you're not, keep it going. Tight as you possibly can. Push yourselves. Grind. Get another round if you can. Oh, nice. Good work.
Oh, that was hard, that was spicy, that was definitely enough weight for me. So guys, we're gonna pop in now what we just did, and then we're also gonna plan what we're going to do last week, okay? So we're potting in.
I'm on round 2 and I'm telling myself, this is easy.
You can do it, Jack, you can do it. Fake it till you make it.
My arms are screaming.
All right, so how much weight did you just do then? How many reps did you do? I'm interested to know. Let us know in the comments, let us know in the notes. And hopefully you had nothing left in the tank because we're taking that to failure. So once we pop that in, guys, if you got up towards the 10, 11, 12 rounds, you're going up next week, all right? If you only got in between that 6 to 9 range, if that was your third set and you got a third set of 9, we can go up. So click on the exercise name. We're gonna pop in our warm-up weight. We'll do 1 warm-up next week, maybe 2 if you feel like you need it, and then we'll go up to that working weight. So kind of work backwards here. Figure out what working weight you want to do. You're either going up or you're gonna stay on the same weight and try and beat how many reps you did this week. And then we'll work backwards. So you can go a couple of kilos lighter. So for me, I was on the 5 kilos. That's gonna be my working weight again next week because I'm gonna try and get the top range for all 3 sets. Maybe if I'm feeling really good, I'll go up and drop the rep range, but then I'll work backwards and I'll just do the 3s to warm up. Nice easy warm up.
Yeah, it's always good to get the blood flowing and everything tight. Guys, that was huge. If you didn't suffer and you didn't feel a huge burn, we're meant to be training together. Come on, we're suffering, we're meant to be suffering together. Let's go over to those seated rows now. We'll really work on that squeeze. So pop your dumbbells away, get your cable stack, get your straight bar or long bar, get ready to roll. We'll see you there very shortly.
Ew. All right, we are at our cable machine for our underhand seated cable row. So we're gonna be working our back here. We've had a look at what weight we're gonna do for our warm-up sets. We are doing 2 warm-up sets. First warm-up set, we will do 8 reps, then we will do 5 reps for the second, okay? So let's get stuck into it, guys. We are holding onto that bar with an underhand grip. So our palms will face up towards the ceiling and our hands are about shoulder width apart, okay? Play around with your feet positioning here. We'll have a soft bend in those knees so we can get up on those sitting bones and a big round chest and a slight lean back. Now your cable shouldn't bottom out here, okay? So if it does, you need to shuffle back that little bit more. Shoulders can come forward, nice extended elbows. Now from here, we're gonna brush those elbows by our side, pull the shoulders back, big squeeze, and then reaching back forward to that full range of motion. From there, again, drive back, elbows back, pull shoulders back, squeeze through those shoulder blades, reaching back forward. So let's count out those 8 reps. Stay nice and consistent, control on that release, brush the elbows tight, stick the chest through proud, squeeze.
Good, guys. When you've done those 8, you're just gonna move yourself up to your second warm-up weight. Hopefully you're pin loaded, makes it nice and easy. Note for your second warm-up set, we're gonna start in about 30 seconds. Is that lean back is just a little bit, okay? So like Lana said, just a slight lean back. We don't want to start to creep back because we're going to get into upper back instead of working those muscles lower down that we really want. And then with it, hands are fairly narrow, so they're straight in front of the shoulders and we are gripping that bar properly so we get everything working and everything tight. And if your grip starts to give way as the weights get heavier, then feel free to use grips, okay? They're going to be an aid. We don't want your grip to be the weak link. We want it to be the muscles working that goes down, okay? So into that second warm-up set.
5 reps this time, guys, that little bit heavier, work for the squeeze. You do the work. All right, slight lean back, core is engaged, brush those elbows tight, sticking that chest through. Make sure those shoulders aren't getting left behind. Pull those shoulders back as well. Breathe in, reach forward, breathe out as you row back. All right, we should be finished those 5 pretty much now. We are going up to that working weight, all right? So have a look again if you need to. Click on the name of the exercise, see what we popped in last week. And we are going for 8 to 10 reps when we get into this on 2.5 minutes.
So guys, if you looked at last week and you wrote in just the weight and you didn't write how many you're trying to get, you can just click that little circle with the tick, it's like your history button, and you can see what you've done before. So when you've done months and years of training, you'll be able to look back and look at where you started and see that progress over time. And again, progress isn't linear, so you're not going to go up every single week. especially females, you got it super hard. If you've got a regular cycle, like monthly, you're gonna find things harder, easier most likely. And take that into account, that you're not gonna get stronger every week, but that is your goal, is to work close to failure and then to try and improve each and every week. Okay, so I'm gonna set this timer up. Lana's got herself nice and comfortable, so I'm up to it. We're gonna work on 2.5 minutes, okay? So you guys get ready to rock and roll. The timer's coming on in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it done. So, shoulders set, chest out, long legs, big arch. Squeeze that back super tight on every single rep. Control that weight in, fully extend the arms, lock the arms out, reach forward a little bit so the muscles get long. Shoulders down, chest out, arch your back, squeeze. Shoulder blades should be coming back and down on every single one. We shouldn't pop up towards our ears. Keep them down as you squeeze tight. The bar doesn't have to come to that stomach, all right? It just has to get good squeeze in those upper back muscles, every single one. Push hard towards the end, 4 in the tank max. And when you're done your 10 or 8 to 10, have a breather. You're gonna fill out with Lans. I'm gonna jump in and do mine.
All right, good stuff, guys. Hopefully you felt that nice squeeze in that first set there. So have a little think about it as we pop in what weight we just did, how many reps we just did, within that 8 to 10 rep range, hopefully. If you did a couple more or a couple less, that's okay. We'll keep building from here. So if you feel like you had way more than 4 in the tank there, we're gonna increase that weight. If you feel like things were starting to get hard, maybe you weren't getting as much range, maybe it was harder to keep your shoulders in position and get that set back, we can stay on that same weight and just try and improve, all right? We've still got plenty of time on the clock, just over a minute there. Ooh, how you feeling, Jack?
I'm feeling good. Do they look all right?
I actually didn't see.
Oh, could have given me some
I
help.
was too busy having a chat.
Having a yarn with the crew. No, I'm feeling really good.
I'm sure they looked beautiful.
Yeah, hopefully. I do pride myself in my form. So guys, hopefully, one day you'll walk into the gym, you'll pop your ears on, you go to your ears on, hopefully you've already got them on, pop your headphones in, or headphones on, and somebody will look over your shoulder and see the Train Together app and they'll be like, oh my God, I train with those guys too. They're a bit annoying, but bloody hell, they know what they're talking about.
Jack's a bit annoying anyway.
Oh, well, we'll see. We can have a little poll, who's the most annoying. But look, hopefully you're gonna find someone or build a community out of this as well. And if you're on the app, you'll start to see that community building of the crew. And look, if you wanna be part of it, get involved. $15 a week, Aussie dollars. 3 workouts a week, you get your tracking, you get the crew, you get a little bit of access to us, and you get this every week.
Legends.
I know. All right, get yourself set up. Talk a little bit too much. 5 seconds till you're on.
All right,
and that is us.
Second working set, let's get it done. We're gonna maintain that form, all right?
Minimum of 8, push towards 10, okay? 4 in the tank max at the end. If it's less than that, I'm not mad, but it's all about the squeeze. You're not gonna get as much burn as the shoulder press here, but you'll feel that squeeze or that range start to decrease. So lift the chest, arch the back. Don't start to lean back too far, sit almost upright. Good, elbows back, brush those sides, squeeze tight. And then control the descent. Don't let that weight control you. Minimum of 8, push towards 10. When you're done, nice.
Woo. They're feeling good. So straight away what I'm thinking as I finish there is I go, all right, could have I got more? I definitely could have got a few more, but we're gonna test this last set, all right? I find it hard to know where my reps in reserve are on these, so I get it, it is hard. But let's test on this final set, all right? I'm gonna stay on this weight and see how I go, all right? So we'll do as many as we can do. Let's pop in what we just did though. If you feel like it was way too easy, you're more than welcome to go up in weight there, guys, but we're still gonna see how many we can do, all right?
But again, like if you overshot it and you had the weight on, you did 8, you're like, fuck, I have 1 left.
It's fine, you're still within the range and we
You
go
are,
next
but like,
week.
look, we're at week 3, and if you need to go down 5 kilos or
of
a
course,
pinhole,
yeah.
then feel free to go down there and build to the top end of the rep range. I'd rather you guys did a lower weight and did more reps with better form than just muscle it out on a heavy weight.
On this week anyway, yeah.
Oh yeah, but still like, as long as you're in the rep range form, we want to get the squeeze and the muscles working. We don't want the shoulders popping off or half reps. So
form is always priority.
yeah. we have like a tolerance. Like I talk about it with my clients, they're like, oh, did my knee drop in a tiny bit on my squat? I said, look, it did, but it's week 5 and you're like 1 or 2 reps from failure and it wobbled a tiny bit. It's not dropping in so much it's gonna hurt your knee.
Yeah.
There's a 5%.
I do agree with that then, yes. Yeah, it's not gonna be 100% perfect when you get towards the very end if you are a little tired.
Yeah. All right, we'll stop talking for a second. But 10 seconds, third and final set. Like with all the other sets of the day, we're gonna go to 1 or 0 in the tank, and it's all about the squeeze of the back, all right? So it's all about that form on every single rep. Hands under, long legs, chest out, core brace, fill that tank, stay on, and work hard for me. Shoulders down, chest out, elbows tight. Bar comes close to the chest. It might touch just below the ribs, all right? But it's all about the squeeze of the back on every single one. As it gets hard, don't rush, stay focused. Don't bounce in that top position. If anything, we're gonna squeeze more in the end position. Good, everyone the same. As you finish strong, take it to absolute failure where you cannot get the range. You can't pull it close enough. If you're still going, dig deep for me. Let's get after it. Oh, Lana's nearly there.
That was rep 14, which I buckled out on, so
perfect.
Pretty spot on.
It's almost like you've done this before.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, Jack, show us what you got.
I'm in. I'm gonna go up by 5 kilos because I reckon I could get like 13 or 14, but I want to do less reps. All right, track it for us.
All right, yeah, let's put that final set in, guys, and then you know the deal. We're gonna plan what we've got going on next week, okay? So, how much weight did we just do? How many reps did we get out? Hopefully you had nothing in the tank there because we were pushing that all the way then. And then we're gonna click onto the exercise name and popping in our 2 warm-up sets as well as our working set. So work backwards here, write in what weight you're gonna do next week. Because I just did 3 sets on the 50 kilos, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up to 55 for my first working set next week. And then I'm gonna go for 2 warm-up sets as well, okay? So I'll go 45 and also 35.
Sweet.
How many you get?
I got 12 and I'd gone up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was good that I went up because I sort of really showing myself off and you guys were like, liar, he's bludgeoning us all.
Nice. All right, guys, so once you've got all of that in, you can put away the bar, and you're also going to make your way across to our push-ups and bent over reverse flies. So you're gonna need some light dumbbells if you want a mat for your push-ups, or if you have a plate on your back, or if you're using a plate or 2 plates for a deficit. Go and set yourself up. We'll meet you there super soon.
Super soon for a superset.
Super soon for a superset.
Bye. Okay, so crew, into that first superset that takes us through to the end of the session. We haven't got any warm-ups prescribed, but if you feel like you need them, just pause us and do it. I like to do a bodyweight set of my push-ups to get me ready to roll for my weighted set. It just gives me a good build-up, even after I've done those eccentric ones at the start in that warm-up. So guys, you've got your bar or plate or floor space set up for your push-ups. Remember, if you got 10 reps for 3 sets on those push-ups, you are going a little bit lower, and you should have that noted if you click through onto that exercise name. If you haven't done that already, if you are, smashed it, let's get ready to roll. So dumbbells is ready, plate is ready. If you're flustered and you haven't got them ready, pause us, bang, go get them, come back, okay? So we're gonna work on a 3-minute timer with this one. Oh, I didn't know you knew how to work the iPad, Lance. Always getting up and doing it. So we're gonna go into our push-ups first. Just ignore me. She's fed off my bullshit already. Well, has been for about 3 years of the 5 that we've known each other.
Through one ear, out the other.
Yes. All right, we'll stop talking. Let's get it. So push-ups. Please maybe put this on my back, Lana. My weight.
Sure.
So on the push-up, nice long body, whatever setup you are in, you're gonna go for feet nice and close together. You're gonna have hands just outside shoulder width, and then we're gonna go nose out to make a triangle with those hands. Can you talk us through the rest of it, Lance?
All right, let's get it done. So we're gonna go up into our plank position here, guys. Shoulders are over those wrists, core is engaged. I don't want any swaying of those hips, or if you are on the J hooks there, make sure, same deal, you transfer that weight forward. Now we're gonna push that head forward so that our chest comes right in between the hands, okay? Think of those elbows tucking to 45 degrees, so don't brush them too tight. Whoa, Jack's weight is falling off all over the place. Full range of motion there, guys, with those reps. Chest to floor every single time. Push through.
Dodgy training partner. Fucking, where did you put that weight? All over the place.
It was fine. It just slipped down your shirt, I think.
It did, it's a bit slidey. Okay, so you finish those, we're straight up. Grab those dumbbells out for me. Lana's get into our push-ups, and we're gonna do our bent over reverse flies. Dumbbells in hand, nice soft knees, okay? You're gonna bow over from the hips, hands come under the shoulders. From here, slight bend in the arms, knuckles go out, squeeze the upper back, and then control back down. Make sure we go out into that T position. We don't bring the hands down towards the hip. 10 is the goal. We're trying to beat the total reps from last week. If you get any back pain, stand up and reset. Don't throw those weights around. Stay in control. When you get your 10, have your breather, and let's track, okay? So as soon as you finish up, straight into your phone or your piece of paper, you're gonna write in for the push-ups first. The amount, or if you had a weight on your back, you're gonna write in that. If not, you're gonna go to your reps, and you're gonna write in the amount that you had left in the tank, okay? So it should be 4 or less. With these, I find I have to go less. Like, stopping at 4 feels like I really haven't done enough. So as long as we're close to failure and we're building each week. And then scroll down to your second exercise, so to your bent over reverse fly, weight lifted, how many you did, how many more you could do with good form. And then we're gonna decide what we're gonna do for that next set, which is a minute away still. So if you got a set of 10 on the push-ups and felt good, make it harder somehow, slow on the way down, weight on the back or a deficit, or move that bar lower. And then on the bent over reverse flies, if you are perfect on the form, strict body, good squeeze every time, did 10 reps and have more in the tank, feel free to go up. And again, with those guys, if you got like 7 or less on any of those, think about making it a tiny bit easier. Cool.
Good stuff. All right, plenty of time on the clock there. Just over 30 seconds, so catch that breath. And then we're gonna get ready to go into it again, all right? Round 2, push-ups, straight into those bent over reverse flies. Let's get pumped, guys. All right, we got 15 seconds, so we want you to make your way down to the floor now, all right? Gonna get into that setup plank position. Or if you're on the barbell, on those J hooks, walking up, let's get ready, okay? Full plank position, shoulders over wrists. Here we go. Elbows 45 degrees, chest to floor. Working that full range of motion. No half reps here, guys. Keep your core engaged. Tuck those hips under. Get those reps out. Stay strong. Push through. Control. You should almost be there by now. Keep breathing. Fight for it. As soon as you are finished there, you're going to jump up with Jack and go into your bent over reverse flies. So grabbing those dumbbells up on your feet.
She's cracking the whip. I was going to dawdle and give us an extra 10 seconds of rest. But
I was actually chatting there, being nice to let you catch your breath a little bit.
Let's get it. Okay, so stand tall, shoulders set, soft knees, bow over, get nice and flat. Hands under the shoulders, T-shape, squeeze, control back down. Counting out, as close to 10 as you can. Body nice and still. Any back pain, stand up, reset. Woo, spicy. And that is me. If you're still going, stay tight, no swing with the body. If you're done, grab that phone out, let's track. Lana's in front of me doing these, body swaying a tiny bit, so she's gonna really tighten up. She's suffering already, it's like 3 reps, isn't it?
6.
All right, strict through the rest. Okay, if you're tracking with me, guys, you've probably already filled it in. Make sure everything is there, and then decide for your 3rd and final set what we're gonna do, how we're gonna set it up. If you have more than like 3 or 4 in the tank on either of those, with the reverse flies, stay, unless it was like 5 or 6 more. But if it's with the push-ups, make it a tad harder for me. 7, use that as your bottom point. If you're lower than that, and you couldn't do any more, then feel free to make it easier for the next one. If you're on the floor doing your push-ups, and you want to do a drop set where you can do a mechanical drop set where you do your full push-ups and then go to your knees to finish off and get into the rep range, you can do that as well, okay?
Boom, all right, 50 seconds on the clock, guys. Just nice deep breaths here, walk it out. One last set, boom. Yeah, one last round of these, then we go into our cable kickbacks, and our bicep curls.
So again, like we say, planning your route to that cable machine. Iron up if it's free. Chuck your water bar halfway across the room to hold it for you next time.
Go and do your push-ups at the cable machine right now.
They don't need the push-ups for that. Okay, so in this last set, 20 seconds away, with the push-ups, do not let the hips sag, okay? Keep them true, keep the core tight. Remember, last set is to failure. I reckon I'm gonna struggle for my 10 on this one. The last one was real hard. All right, down on the floor.
Jack's got a 20 kg plate on his back though.
I do, which is feeling nice, but I don't want to do any more than that.
All right, clock is on, guys. Let's get into it. So into that plank position. Sorry. Sorry guys, we're just all over the shop here. All right, you've got this. As many reps as we can. Remember, form is goal. Core is engaged. Do not let those hips sag. Tuck the hips under, squeeze the lower core, chest to floor. Let's go, go, go. Come on, fight for it. Suck it up, Jack. Suck it up, guys. Push. Good stuff. Stay strong here. If you want to drop to your knees and get some more out, full range of motion. Let's get it done.
Really push yourself, guys. If you're still going, dig deep. Everybody else take a little bit more rest, especially if you're on the bar, grind through those reps. Don't let the hips sag. And when you're done, a couple of deep breaths with me. And then we're into those dumbbells, okay? So going into this last set of the flies, biggest thing is that we do not swing the body or get momentum out of bringing those hands too close together. So stay nice and strict, full height at the top, no shit reps, no half reps. Stay really strict for me here. Dumbbells up, soft knees, all the way over. Nice bit of rest in between there. And out we go.
All right, stay strong here, guys. Coming down to hands just underneath shoulders. Scrape those knuckles out wide. Squeeze through the shoulder blades. Tight through that core. If you ever feel like you need to stand up and reset, please do. We want to maintain position through that torso. Stay strong. All right, you should almost be done there, guys. As many reps as you can. Stay tight, and then Jack is going to track with you.
Fuck yeah.
And then plan next week.
That was huge, guys. So fill in those last two sets for me. Push-ups, weight, or just reps in the amount that you did. And then we're gonna plan that one straight away. So click on that push-up name, and then have a look, or if you haven't already had a look, have a look at what you did this week. You probably remember. If you got 3 sets of 10 of what you were doing, make it more challenging, okay? If not, say you did 2 sets on the floor and then had to go to the bar or to your knees, try and build up to 3 full sets next week, or 3 within the rep range, say 8 or 7 to 10. And then click out of that one for me, scroll down to your bent over reverse fly. Make sure that's filled out. Weight lifted, how many you did, how many more you think you could do. And obviously on that last one, it should be pretty fucking hard. If you got like 13 to 15 reps on that last one, then I want you to go up next week and try and get at least 3 sets of 8. If you didn't get 3 sets of 10 and you're really grinding the form, start to go, stay at that weight. And again, if you had to drop down with the weight, we'll try and stay at that heavier weight for 3 sets, guys. Cool, so fill that out, put your dumbbells away, plate away or bar away if you did that for your push-ups, and then make your way over to that cable stack. You need your ankle strap on the way over there. You need your dumbbells out for your bicep curls. Check those weights on the way over by clicking the exercise name, and we'll see you over that cable stack in a second.
All right, so we are ready to get into our cable kickback and our bicep curl superset. Ankle straps are on, dumbbells are out. We have our cable set up so that it is nice and low. So move that down nice and low. And then if you haven't already, we're gonna have a little look-sees at what weight we lifted last week and what we are going to go into this week. So no warm-up set for these. We're just smashing out 3 rounds, 3 supersets. So hopefully you wrote in last week what you are going to work on. Let's get into it, Jack. So we are starting off with our cable kickback. So let's get into it, guys. We're going to start on our weakest side here. So for our setup, we want to be about an arm's length away from that cable. First things first though, we're going to strap in. So you get that little carabiner hooked onto your ankle strap. We will step back so that you are at least an arm's length away from that rig. We're going to hinge from here, and then we have that nice leant over position. Ground yourself in that supporting foot. We're gonna have a turn out through our working leg. We don't want it to bottom out and clink, all right? So make sure you have tension. Clock is on, so we're working for a good 8 to 10 reps. We're scraping back, we're squeezing through the glute. We're keeping those legs and knees both extended. Now, if you want, you can take one hand off here, pop it on your core, make sure there's no movement between your ribs and your hips, all right? Now, the hand that we prefer to stay onto that cable is the same side as your working leg, yeah? Nice scrape back, nice squeeze. Don't overdo your range of motion, all right? We're really thinking about that squeezing contraction at the top point, but we're keeping that core engaged. All that starts to get spicy. Swap over legs once you have done your 8 to 10 there, and we're going into that other side as well. So we're gonna take our time for that setup, stepping back, arm's length distance away from that cable onto one foot, turning it out. We are hinging here, okay? We're leant over, but we have that nice neutral spine. Turning out that working leg, scrape back and squeeze. Now guys, if you really feel like you're bottoming out through your working leg and scraping along the floor, you can stand your supporting leg on a plate, all right? So just pause us if you do need to do that, or add it in on the next set. Getting those 10 out. Oh, I am done. Feel the burn, and I am straight into my bicep curls, okay? Unhooking. Whew. Getting those weights up for our biceps. We're turning our palms away. Shoulders are set back and down. Hands are in front of the body, okay? We're gonna we're gonna squeeze those biceps. Hands come up towards the shoulders, and we control back down. So butt cheeks and abs are engaged here. Full range of motion as you come down. Get that extension through the elbows. Big squeeze, control back down. Make sure you are counting your reps here. Keep breathing, let's get it done. No rocking, no swaying. Stay tight. Oh, good stuff. Okay, once we have done our 10 reps there as well, quickly catch your breath, and we're gonna pop that into our notes, all right? Popping that into our app or onto your piece of paper, starting off with the cable kickbacks. How many reps did you do? What weight did you lift? How many do you think you had in the tank, all right? Have a good little think about that, and then same deal with the bicep curls. Now, if you found it too easy, you know the deal by now. We're going up. If you found it challenging or you think it's gonna get harder, stay on that weight. Nice and quick this one. We're back into it.
We're gonna give you an extra 30 seconds, I reckon. A bit of chat from Lance on the first one. I reckon those cable kickbacks took a bit longer than we needed. You can have a little breather, take an extra 20 seconds, I'll reset that timer from now. Oh. So Lana had a cardio one on that one. I'll talk through the kickback, Lana will talk through the bicep curl, and we'll keep you on. So you're gonna reset that timer now, so get your first leg on, the weaker leg to start. All right, arms length away, get tension in the supporting leg, then stretch that foot forwards, scoop and squeeze back. Keep the foot turned out the whole time, and you're looking to get that peach nice and tight at the top. Scoop, squeeze, contract, control back in. No change in the back position as we go all the way out and all the way forwards. The only movement is from the hip down. So stay in control of this the whole time. Do not rush your reps. When you've done your 8, unclip, swap it over, or 10, 210, and then we're into that second side. Arms reach away, hinge over, get a stretch in that standing leg. From there, we stretch forwards, sweep back and get tight with that glute every single time. Make sure we stay square the whole time. Kick, squeeze, control back in. Don't flare that back. If you start to lose the form, you can rest. Ideally, we're matching that weaker side. When you get your 8 to 10 or wherever you need to stop, you can rest and grab those dumbbells out, show away, and Lana will run you through those.
Nice, good stuff, guys. Walk it out. Picking up those dumbbells. It's curl time. So we're gonna pick those dumbbells up. Shoulders are set back and down, palms are facing away from our body, okay? Lock it on here. The only joint moving is the elbow as we squeeze those biceps. Palms come towards the shoulders. Control back down. You do the work to control the weight down. Don't let it just drop down. Getting those reps out, count them out. We're going for 10. Almost there, squeeze. Control. Boom. All right. I am done there. It's really nice knowing that I've only got one more set to go now. So close, guys. You're going really good. We're almost at the end. Absolutely smashing this session. So let's just pop in what we did.
That's a bit more like it. You guys have got
for both of those exercises. Yeah, that's it. So what weight did we just lift on our cable kickback, okay? From there, once you filled that out, scroll on down to the biceps, same deal. Now on this final set, we're finishing off with a bang, working towards failure. If you feel like you need to go up in weight, please do. Otherwise, we're gonna stay on that weight and we're gonna push it.
Yeah guys, so obviously this last set, you can go real close to failure. And in these ones, if we push you closer to failure through all the sets, it's because they recover a little bit quicker. Yeah, these isolation movements, especially the biceps in this one, they can do a lot more work and recover quicker than some of those bigger muscles, which for example could be these glutes, yeah, but we'll still push you close because they can take it. Alrighty, clipped on, set up, no extra rest on this round because Lana didn't talk us through. Weaker leg clipped on for me. Hold on, arms reach away, holding on the same side of the leg that is moving and working. Hinged over, squeeze tight. I want you to really focus on keeping that neutral spine through the whole set this time. No change, core is on, weight on that standing leg. If you feel that standing glute as well, that's totally fine. Get that range, squeeze at the end, as many as you can, okay? Push, squeeze, tight, control in. If your range or form is starting to go, you stop, swap over. If you keep going, smashing it. As you swap over, same setup, okay? So arms reach away, hinge over at the hip, keep the arch in the back, scoot forwards or stretch forwards, and then kick back and scrape that foot back. Standing leg is nice and long, get the contraction of the glute every single time. Dig deep, push through that burn. If you get a little bit of hammy, totally normal, try straightening out that leg a little bit more. Push and try and match up what you did on that first leg. And when you are done, guys, you're into the bicep curls, okay? So I'm gonna flip mine and do the bicep curls with you this time because I wanna do it all together. Let's train together to finish you guys strong. All right, dumbbells up.
Good stuff, let's go. This is it, guys, last set. Many reps as we can to finish, maintaining that form.
No swing.
Absolutely no swing. Core is locked on.
Think about the biceps, okay? Make them do the work, control on the way down as well. Squeeze them, don't let the weights just drop. Good, stay dialed in. And that is me. If you're still going, push through that burn, get it. Lance is on. She's looking jacked.
Let's go.
Nice, guys. That was a huge effort. Absolute joy to train together. I've still got one more set. I'm not going to get out of it.
Yeah, Jack's going to finish off his cable kickbacks here. But guys, we are done. So let's finish it off with that tracking. All right, really good work. If you want to sit down now, start having a little stretch if you want. That is totally optional. Catch your breath, little sips of water. Let's pop in how much weight we just finished on, how many reps we did for those cable kickbacks. How many more did we have in the tank? Once you have done that, you're gonna click on the cable kickback name, and then we're gonna pop in what we're gonna do next week, okay? So if you got 3 sets on that higher range, on the same weight, you can go up in weight next week. If you found that hard, that challenging, you can stay on that same weight and try and push those reps that bit higher, okay? We'll press done and exit out of there from here. And then we go down to the bicep curl, the final one. What weight did you do? How many reps did you get out? What's left in the tank? Nothing, because we should have worked it towards failure, hopefully. And that's it again. We're gonna press on the bicep curl name. What are we doing next week? Yeah, no warm-up sets, just what weight you're gonna start on next week. And that is us done, guys. We just trained together. Week 3, day 1, really good work, guys. If you want to get in the baggy dunskies, if you want to get 2 more sessions in with us this week, if you're already on the app, good luck in the gym. It's going to get hard. Keep that intensity up, okay? Make sure you keep tracking, staying on top of things, planning, okay? What gets tracked
gets improved.
Yeah, good stuff. And if not, guys, sign up to that app. It's only $15 a week. There's a great community involved there. You become part of the crew, and we all train together.
Exactly, guys. So it's been a pleasure to train with you. Last thing from me is if you're not confident in any of your form, first of all, watch those in-depth video tutorials, make some notes and take them forwards. Do your homework and smash it out for next week. And if you're still not confident, send us a form review request in either our email address, info@traintogether.com.au, or in the app, and we can get you hooked up and with some one-on-one guidance where we can make sure that you are doing the form perfectly, tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, how to improve so that you feel it where you're meant to feel it, and do it without potentially hurting yourself, okay? So let's learn to train properly, build our confidence in the gym, and get strong for life, yeah?
Let's go.
Chee-hoo.